He's made, I think, 6 figures last 2 years, and literally all he does is short stock promotions.
Okay. So I'm still interested in this niche. You know, where do I start? How do I begin pursuing this niche?
Follow me on Twitter, Good Trades, GOODE trades, all one word. Go to my blog, goodtrades.com.
Yep, great resource. Yep.
And I have lots of posts about stock promotions and read about them, and because certain kinds of stock promotions are better to short than others. One of my favorite is boiler room promotions that I haven't yet talked about. Like Wolf of Wall Street, it still happens. There will be a bunch of guys, I'm sure they're all guys, sitting in a call center somewhere, and they are calling up random people trying to get them to buy some random stock. And unlike, not a random stock, a stock they're paid to get these people to buy. Yep. And they will often get paid a 35% commission. And that means between the owner of the boiler room and the sales guy, they're paid a third of the value that the person is paying to buy the stock. And lots of times now, these aren't brokerages anymore. It's not like you're setting up an account with whatever the brokerage was in Wolf of Wall Street. They're saying, okay, well, here, tell me how much you're buying in your E-Trade account, and then they'll look at the time in sales and say, oh yeah, I see you bought 5,000 shares there, and they're selling those shares right then.
Interesting. So I did not, to be honest, I did not realize that's how it worked these days.
Yeah, because the SEC and FINRA really did a good job smacking down the brokerages that did that. Okay. There's still a number of these, and they've continued to work. A good thing for the owners of the boiler rooms, or the people that pay them, is it goes under the radar. So people that follow stock promotions may not even notice anything because the volume's going to be low. Right. There's not going to be any wash trading. There's not going to be any obvious promotion out there, and unless we hear about people getting called, then we don't know what's going on.
Unless you happen to get called, or someone you know, or somebody posts it in a chat room or something. Yeah.
Exactly. But they often end up being the best promotions to short because there is no... They're not traders, they're investors that are buying this. And it also makes them one of the saddest ones because these are oftentimes retirees getting completely fleeced. But when they stop the promotion, they literally pull the plugs on their phones and walk away. And nowadays, of course, they're all done using like voice over IP systems with numbers that aren't connected to a physical location. But
just like that guy that keeps calling me to extend my car warranty.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I get calls like that too. And they just move on to the next stock, and then nobody wants to buy the stock, so you'll see a stock drop from a few dollars a share down to 10 cents a share. I have more than a couple times this year, I think I've made 70, 80, 90% almost. I just short, and then once it falls apart, it does not hardly ever bounces.
So how do you find these though?
They're hard to find. You can scan for stocks that have volume, and then I also do follow people. There's on message boards and Twitter. I can if I find a stock that has an interesting looking chart that might be indicative of promotion, I'll try searching Twitter, searching message boards to see if there's any evidence that. And usually some people will say something like, "Oh, I got a call from these people." Okay. I used to be on one of those lists, but I got tired BSing them. Some traders will literally play along and say, "Oh yeah, here I buy 5,000 shares," and then they'll turn around and sell those 5,000 shares right back the next minute. And they of course get an advantage from doing that because they know how the boiler room is doing its thing, and they know the minute that the boiler room stops making calls. Sure. So that's a nice thing of the stock promotions. Boiler rooms are some of the easiest to short. Once you find them,
now, and again, back to trying to just kind of some of the roadblocks of this niche. You mentioned a couple times a year, so how often? I mean, these aren't like just so the viewer of the video knows. I mean, these aren't coming up every day.
No,
these
not
are,
at all. It's a couple times a month.
Yep.
And then so this year, I think I might have short sold 6 boiler room
Okay, and it's,
promotions.
we're recording this in almost October.
Right.
So, yeah.
Now, those are the promotions I made the most money on because I was confident and took big positions and then held a long time once they started to fall apart. But yeah, very few opportunities.
Which is great. Again, I mean, if that's your niche and that's all you do, I just kind of want to let them know that this isn't, it might sound awesome and be like, whoa, this is great, but you're gonna be waiting a lot for the next one.
Yeah, it's something good to add on to other trading strategies because it doesn't take a lot of time, and it does most of the time you're not in trades, so it doesn't take a whole lot of capital, and you can get some really nice returns. It's not scalable. You can't make hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars doing this, but one guy who's been in the Tim Alerts chat room moderating that with me for years now, Tim Linto, oddly enough named Tim, just like everybody else who does penny stocks.
Your soon-to-be born son will be named Tim, right?
No.
Okay.
But he's made, I think, 6 figures the last 2 years, and literally all he does is short stock promotions.
Okay.
And again, when it works well, it works well.
Thanks for watching our video. Be sure to comment below with any trading related question. We love answering your questions. Also, like and share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to be notified as soon as our next video hits. And if you're looking to expand your trading knowledge, don't forget to check out all of our other videos, and be sure to click the trial below. Check out StocksToTrade. I think it is one of the best, most rapidly advancing softwares out there. Be sure to check out our trial.